Hello, everybody. Thank you so much for tuning in tonight. My name is Jesse Mayfield-Sheehan. I am coming to you live from Walter Brown Arena in Boston, Massachusetts. And I'm going to be bringing you a live coverage of some high school girls hockey action today between the visiting Red Hawks of Natick High School and the hosting Brookline High Warriors. As you can see from your stream, nobody's quite out on the ice just yet. Probably will be soon. We are due for a 6 p.m. puck drop, so expect some players to come out any minute now. As you can see, very empty stands, not due to lack of support for either team, but because of some stricter COVID attendance rules that have been put in place. It's now down to just like one or two parents for each player, so just much tougher. So if there's anyone you know that that can't make it to this game, either because of those restrictions or for any other reason, feel free to share this stream link with them so they can follow along with the action. Again, not quite sure when the teams are going to come out onto the ice to begin their warm-ups. I know puck drop, as I said, set for 6 p.m. But as we wait here, let's take a look at the two teams we've got coming out so far. We'll start by talking about the hosting Brookline High Warriors. The Warriors got out to a rough start to the season. They started out 1-3. Opened with a heartbreaking loss in overtime to Central Catholic in their season opener back on December 10th. That was a 3-2 final, but followed it up in style the next day on December 11th with a 7-3 thrashing of Martha's Vineyard. However, after that, it was back-to-back losses, 5-3 to Weymouth on the 15th, and then 2-1 to Wellesley on the 18th. The team's record stood at 1-3. But they managed to end their 2021 slate with a solid 4-1 win over Leominster on December 20th. And since the calendar has flipped to 2022, the Warriors have been on fire. They opened on New Year's Day with a blowout win over Stoughton. Score was 5-0 after just one period in that one. Then the next day, they followed it up with a nice win to commemorate their Pink in the Rink game in support of the fight against cancer, defeating Marblehead 2-1. And then most recently, in their first game out on the road, they faced off against rival Newton North at Ryan Arena in Watertown. That was a week to the day ago, so last Wednesday, and they came away with a nice 2-0 win over the Tigers to improve their record to now 5-3. Of course, if this was NHL standings we were talking about, this would be 5-2-1 because that's just how overtime losses are counted in the NHL. But of course, with the possibility of ties still a thing here at the high school level, can't count it that way exactly. But while Brookline comes in with a strong winning record, they cannot underestimate their opponents. Natick actually in the top 20 rankings courtesy of the Boston Globe. As updated yesterday, Natick is ranked 14th in the Globe poll, a one placement drop from the 13th spot that they had in the previous week's rankings. And according to the Globe, their record stands at 3-2-1. So a less impressive record, perhaps, but still being recognized on the bigger picture through the rankings. While Brookline trying to show what they can do against the highly touted Red Hawks and extend their winning streak. Currently, Brookline riding a 4-game winning tilt. As we continue to wait, let's take a look at the rosters for the two teams coming in today that we will soon be seeing take the ice. We'll start with the Redhawks of Natick High School. Going in order of jersey number, first off, we have a freshman, number 1, Ellie Beigel. Another freshman, number 2, Aiden Bell. A senior co-captain, number 4, Colleen Quirk. A freshman, number 5, Maggie Connors. A junior, number 7, McKenna Doucette. A junior, number 10, Emma Tavila. A freshman, number 11, Hannah Cohen. A freshman, number 12, Elizabeth Curley. A senior co-captain, number 13, Caroline Gates. A senior, number 15, Karina Killily. A senior, number 16, Mackenzie McDonald. A freshman, number 18, Shaylee Rutledge. A senior co-captain, number 19, Hadley Green. And finally, a sophomore, number 21, Melissa Sheehan. That is the roster for the Natick Redhawks. As we continue to await the arrival of the players, let's look through the roster for the hosting Brookline High Warriors. Again, going in order of jersey number, we start out with a freshman defenseman, number 4, Casey McCarthy. Next up, we have a junior forward and co-captain, number 7, Julia Janowski. A junior defenseman, number 8, Grayson Davis. Another junior defenseman, number 9, Riley Lackey. A freshman forward, number 10, Birdie Hawkins. A junior defenseman, number 11, Sophia Hauser. A junior forward, number 12, Diane Lee. A freshman forward, number 13, Shayna Blankstein Chin. A senior forward, number 15, Maeve Lastly. A freshman forward, number 16, B. Palmer. A freshman forward, number 17, Izzy Pace. A freshman forward, number 18, Swayjin Koo. A senior forward and co-captain, number 19, Olivia Boyd. A freshman defenseman, number 21, Etta Reed. A senior forward and co-captain, number 22, Caroline Driscoll. A freshman goalie, number 32, Aurora Charbonneau. A junior goalie, number 35, Rosie Carew Lyons. A sophomore forward, number 37, Meredith Alland. A sophomore forward, number 42, Maddie Driscoll. A senior forward, number 44, Zoe Henrik. A junior defenseman, number 77, Jenna Rosetto. And finally, a senior manager and co-captain, Kellen McNamara. Head coach of the Brookline High girls hockey team is Nick Sama, with assistant coaches Carly Radovich and Mark Haley. So that is the roster for the Brookline High Warriors. And it looks like we might be getting a later puck drop than was originally scheduled. As you can see, the player's still not out on the ice yet. It's about 5 of 6 right now. But now we do see the Natick coaches coming out onto the ice and crossing their way over to their team's bench. And so hopefully this should mean that we're going to see the players out on the ice soon. So I don't know how many of you who are currently on the stream were able to hear through the entire roster read that I just did for the two teams. But if at any point in this live stream you hear me mispronouncing someone's name, please let me know in the live chat. I want to be corrected. I want to get these names right and give these young ladies the good coverage they are due. All right, looks like we've got our first skaters coming out onto the floor, and it looks like it's going to be the visitors first, the Natick High Redhawks. The Redhawks wearing their red jerseys with blue pants and white jersey numbers as they come out onto the ice and begin their warm-up skates. And so we are likely to see the hosting Brookline High Warriors come out soon. Once again, my name is Jesse Mayfield-Sheehan. Happy to bring you live coverage of this high school girls hockey matchup between the Brookline High Warriors and the Natick High Redhawks. Brookline coming in with a 5-3-0 record. Natick standing at 3-2-1, but ranked 14th in the Boston Globe poll, while Brookline comes in unranked. Brookline riding a 4-game winning streak that dates back to the previous calendar year. As I said, a 4-1 win over Leominster on December 20th, a blowout win over Stoughton on New Year's Day, a 2-1 win in the Pink in the Rink game against Marblehead on the 2nd, and a 2-0 win at Newton North last Wednesday. So plenty of momentum for Brookline coming in as they get ready to face what should be a very worthy opponent with Natick. Going through Natick's roster one more time as they skate around. We have number 1, Ellie Beigel. Number 2, Aiden Bell. Number 4, Colleen Quirk. Number 5, Maggie Connors. Number 7, McKenna Doucette. Number 10, Emma Tavila. Number 11, Hannah Cohen. Number 12, Elizabeth Curley. Number 13, Caroline Gates. Number 15, Karina Kilile. Number 16, Mackenzie McDonald. Number 18, Shaylee Rutledge. Number 19, Hadley Green. And number 21, Melissa Sheehan. And perfectly on cue, here come the Brookline High Warriors. Once again, reading through the roster of the Warriors as they come out onto the ice, we have number 4, Casey McCarthy. Number 7, Julia Janowski. Number 8, Grayson Davis. Number 9, Riley Lackey. Number 10, Birdie Hawkins. Number 11, Sophia Hauser. Number 12, Diane Lee. Number 13, Shayna Blankstein Chin. Number 15, Maeve Lastly. Number 16, B. Palmer. Number 17, Izzy Pace. Number 18, Swayjin Koo. Number 19, Olivia Boyd. Number 21, Etta Reed. Number 22, Caroline Driscoll. Number 32, Aurora Charbonneau. Number 35, Rozzy Carew Lyons. Number 37, Meredith Alond. Number 42, Maddie Driscoll. Number 44, Zoe Henrik. Number 77, Jenna Rosetto. And the manager, Kellen McNamara. So again, if I'm saying anyone's name incorrectly, please let me know in the live chat, as this is my first game of this season covering the Brookline High girls hockey team. I'm excited to be covering the girls hockey Warriors once again. Those of you who have been following my work, you know I did some audio-only broadcasts last year, back when they played at the Warrior Arena down in downtown Boston, the Bruins practice rink. And I'm happy to be covering them once again, as I've been booked not only for this game, but for the last 3 home games of the season. Little over 30 seconds left on the pregame clock, as you can see at the top of your screen now. As we are almost ready to get this one underway. Here at Walter Brown Arena in Boston, Massachusetts, I am Jesse Mayfield-Sheehan, bringing you live coverage of this high school girls hockey contest between the visiting Natick High Redhawks and the hosting Brookline High Warriors. So there's the horn for pregame, and presumably the PA announcer will take over, give us starting lineups and the national anthem, and then we will get this one underway. A fresh 15 minutes now on the clock, again at the top of your screen. In case you're ever wondering what the score is or how much time is left. You know, just wait for things to get into the neutral zone and you'll be able to see pretty easily. You see Natick huddled up over on my right, Brookline over on my left.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Boston University's One-on-One Arena. For tonight's A-State Conference Girls Friendly matchup between the visiting Red Hawks of Natick High Schoolers and the hometown Brookline Warriors. Introducing tonight's starting lineup for the visitors at the forwards.
We start with the starting lineup for Natick.
Number 10,
First off, Colleen
Diane
Quirk.
Lisa.
And I think I heard number 10, Emma Davila.
At defense,
Bit hard to read from
number
this angle.
7, McKenna Doucette. And number 19, Hadley Green.
I think I heard number 7, McKenna Doucette, number 19, Hadley Green. And starting in net, looks like, is that number 23, who is not on my roster. Anyway, starting off for Brookline. First off, we have number 7, Julia Janowski. Next, we have number 17, Izzy Pace. After that, we have number 44, Zoe Henrik. And then next up, we've got, I see number 12, Diane Lee. And starting in goal, looks to be number 35, Rozzy Carew Lyons. I missed the number on one of them, bit hard to read from this distance, but here we go with the national anthem. That concludes our national anthem, and we're about ready to get this underway. And already the live chat coming through and helping me out from Karen Quirk. The goalie for Natick today is Ellie Beigel. She's listed as number 1 on the roster, but she's wearing number 23 today. So, Karen, I appreciate you coming through for me clutch there. And again, if anyone else knows anything I'm getting wrong, whether it's a jersey number or the pronunciation of a player's name, anything like that, you know, I'm happy to receive the assistance. I'm not a proud man. I just prefer to get things right if possible. "15 minutes on the clock. You can see on the scoreboard on the top of your screen. And you will be able to see that anytime we cross into the neutral zone. As the two teams huddle up, the Natick Redhawks in the red jerseys down at the bottom of your screen. The hosting Brookline High Warriors on the other end in their white jerseys and blue jersey numbers. As the starters for Brookline come out onto the ice, we see number 12, Diane Lee, number 44, Zoe Henrik, number 7, Julia Janowski, number 17, Izzy Pace, and the last one, I think is either it's number 8, Grayson Davis, or it might be number 9, no, it's number 9, Riley Lackey, with Rosie Carew Lyons in net for the Warriors. Opening face-off, here we go. It is won by Natick, and we're underway. The Redhawks try, and it bounces off a skate, but they do get it into the neutral zone. Bit of a scrum for it, though. Janowski was in there trying to get the puck. Instead, it's controlled by Colleen Quirk. Quirk trying to force her way through, pokes it away from the last line of defense, which I believe was Diane Lee there. Now Brookline trying to clear, but Natick keeps it in. Quick pass, just slightly off the mark. Now recovered by Quirk. Passed back and whiffed, and now Brookline on a big chance on the counterattack. Janowski tried a touch pass, but it was deflected by number 19 of Natick, Hadley Green. Now a continued battle in the neutral zone as Natick tries to go on the attack once again. They dump it into the Brookline end to make a switch. Nicely timed as it was right by their bench. Now Brookline trying to clear, struggling with it. Taken back, but now Brookline still trying to fight for it. Sent along the boards. Pace trying to chase it down, trying to continue to fight her way along. Pace gets into the neutral zone, but it's poked away from her, sent back to Lackey. Lackey decides to just send it up the line as Brookline makes a change. Now coming through, I believe that's Green, who passed it off the boards, but they couldn't keep it going. Brookline has to clear the blue line, though. So now once again, it is taken by Green. Sent off the boards again, but this time, collected for a second, but then almost stolen away. Brookline trying to collect it. That was B. Palmer who had it for a second. Now this is number 13, Shayna Chin, who sends it ahead to Palmer. Palmer crossing the blue line, but gets bumped by Natick's number 13, Caroline Gates. And that puts an end to that attack for Brookline. Now sent all the way into the Brookline end. It's taken by Grayson Davis. Davis, the long pass, misses everybody, but a deflection means no icing as Brookline makes a switch. Natick starting to move with it, and Palmer trying to bring the forecheck there as Lackey defending it at the blue line, but still coming through with it is Natick. This is Quirk. Quirk fires! Just misses! Carew Lyons is trying to sit on it. Oh no, that one's in. That was such an awkward goal, but it is a goal nonetheless scored by number 4, Colleen Quirk. It went off of the pole and was like sitting right at the red line. And Rosie Carew Lyons was making her best efforts to try and just fall on it, but couldn't quite do it. And so Natick takes the 1-0 lead early against Brookline. This face-off is won this time by the Warriors. Coming around the back end, slipping and falling as Natick takes it back. A quick pass to Quirk. Quirk tries a shot. It's blocked by number 22, Caroline Driscoll. Now Brookline trying to work it up. They managed to gain the blue line just barely thanks to the efforts of, I believe, number 18, Swayjin Koo. Now Natick trying to clear it out of their end. Driscoll not letting them have it easy. Tries a pass to the slot, but nobody there. Brookline still trying to bring the forecheck as it's sent off the boards by Natick into the neutral zone. But in the middle of the scrum, it is taken for a second by Driscoll. Now Natick takes it back, trying to clear again. Well deflected. Izzy Pace was trying to take it, but lost control of it. And everybody is down on the ice, including the official, as Natick now sends it into the Brookline end. Brookline tries to clear, nothing doing there. Another attempted clear. This one gets through to the neutral zone, and Natick has to reset. This is Green with it. Pass to the middle, poked away by Pace, and it goes back to Davis. Davis passes ahead, misses Pace, and it's recovered, I think, again by Green. A nice pass off the boards, tries to lead into the attack zone, but cut off. As now Natick resets again from the neutral zone. Jenna Rosetto sends it all the way down the line. Natick again sending it off the boards. Kicked back across the attack line, but Brookline had to reset. Now Natick is slipping and falling. They are trying to make things work in the neutral zone. Poke it ahead, goes back to Rosetto. A couple of quick passes. Into the neutral zone it goes. It's taken by Janowski. Julia Janowski. A pass just broken up by Natick's number 5, Maggie Connors. Brookline once again on the attack. Attempted shot just wide. Trying to apply that forecheck after the attempted shot from Diane Lee. Now again, Natick trying to clear it out. Now they've got a bit of a lane, but couldn't quite collect it, and so Brookline goes back on the attack. B. Palmer was trying to work it through, but couldn't quite do it. Now off the loose puck, she picks it up again, comes around a defender. Attempted pass is deflected back to Palmer. Another pass is deflected again, this time recovered by Quirk. Tries to send it off the boards, but Brookline stays with it. The pass goes to Palmer in the corner, but she misses it. Scrumming for it are several players now. Pass goes back to Palmer. Palmer coming out the back. Pass back to Lackey. Lackey, a long shot deflected, almost in. Palmer tries for the putback, nothing doing. Coming around the back. A pass off the backboards. Brookline trying to knot this thing up at one apiece, as finally it's taken away by Natick. And it looks like Hadley Green is going to take it all the way into the Brookline end before finally it's broken up by Diane Lee. Lee sends a pass off the boards, but nobody's there. Trying to fight for it. It's a scrum for it, and it's won by Natick. Lackey chasing it down as the last line of defense. Natick's number 7, controlling it in the corner, passes it to nobody. It's taken by Brookline easily. The Warriors trying to clear it out now. And now Natick takes it and resets. This is Green, a pass ahead to Quirk. Quirk trying to weave her way around several players, broken up by the combined efforts of Driscoll and Boyd. And now Brookline resets. A pass goes ahead. Olivia Boyd with an open lane. Shot saved by Beigel. Boyd tries to pass it back into the slot, but it's broken up and taken away by the Redhawks. And again, scrumming for it in the neutral zone. Natick trying to send it ahead off the boards. It's taken by Davis. Davis lifts it into her own bench, trying to send it off the boards. That will result in our first non-goal stoppage. It's been non-stop action here. And we'll have a Brookline end face-off. Caroline Driscoll in the face-off circle for Brookline against Colleen Quirk, and Brookline tries to clear, nothing doing. Long shot stopped by Carew Lyons. And now Brookline trying to send it around the boards. It's recovered by Natick's number 13 as it's sent off the back. Number 2, Aiden Bell, trying to control it, but running out of room fast. As now taking it off the boards is Colleen Quirk. She's got 1 goal already. Gives it over to number 10. Shot save, Carew Lyons. It's recovered by Caroline Driscoll. That shot from number 10, Emma Tavila. Brookline forces it into the neutral zone. It's recovered by Caroline Gates and lifted into the Brookline end. Brookline now trying to reset a long pass ahead to Janowski. Janowski trying to get it out of there. As they continue to scrum for it, it goes into the neutral zone. Natick takes it. Janowski trying to apply that forecheck. And it forces an errant pass that Brookline recovers, but they can't clear it through to the Natick end. It's taken by Green. Green, a pass off the boards, and that's going to be an icing call. So we'll have our first face-off in the Natick end so far in this period. 7 minutes and 30 seconds left in the first, and it is a 1-0 advantage to the visitors. Looks like we've got B. Palmer in the face-off circle for Brookline. Scrumming for it along the boards. And Brookline's now got some control. Pass back to Lackey. She couldn't cleanly control it. Now trying to pass it off the boards. And it ultimately gets cleared. It's chased down by number 13, Shayna Chin. Pass across to Lackey. Lackey sends it up the boards. Misses. Oh, that's Shayna Chin. I misspoke as it was Diane Lee who had it along the back. Now Natick trying to reset it, but Juicy bounced into open space. Chin tried to get a stick on it, but couldn't get it cleanly. And instead it's cleared all the way down to the Brookline end, and we've got another icing call. Brookline changes lines. They send out the defensive pairing of Davis and Rosetto, with a forward line featuring Caroline Driscoll, Zoe Henrik, and one more I can't see cleanly. But it's that one taking a shot, saved by Beigel. Trying to poke it through, trying to force it in, but it's covered up by Beigel. Great efforts from number 19, Olivia Boyd, as well as number 22, Caroline Driscoll. We'll have another Natick end face-off after it was well sealed off by Ellie Beigel. Another face-off. Boyd tried to take a swing at it. Now Driscoll tries to take a swing at it. Bunch of weird deflections, and finally it's Natick that comes away with it. They try and work it up, but lose control fast. Davis sends it off the boards, sent back into the Brookline end, back to Davis. Davis lifts it into the neutral zone, and it's collected by Green. Green, a long pass, finds her target, trying to fight through several defensemen, and finally it gets sent to the corner by Davis. Sent off the backboards. Now Davis sending it around the back. Brookline trying to control it and send it up the line, but it's taken by Green. Green, a long slap shot, caught out of the air by Carew Lyons. Gonna have a Brookline end face-off, 6:03 left in the period. Face-off won by Janowski, and it goes back to Lackey. Lackey sending it along the boards, but Natick swoops in and takes it. That's Bell sending it to the corner to Tavila. Tavila, pass to the slot. Dangerous chance for Quirk, but just barely broken up. Now a long chance from Green is just deflected wide. Tavila recovers it in the corner. Attempted pass is broken up and sent back to the corner. Tavila has it again. And this time couldn't get away from Janowski, who tries to clear it, but it goes right to Quirk. Quirk now coming around the back. Trying to weave her way around. Sends it off the boards. And this time it's broken up by Janowski, but now a juicy chance for Bell. As Bell coming out of the corner. Dangerous pass right to a teammate. And they managed to get it in. A beautiful pass from the corner. Set it up for, I think, either Tavila or Bell, whoever got the last stick on it before it crossed that red line. And Natick now takes a 2-0 lead over Brookline. 5:15 left to go here in the first period. That line of Quirk, Tavila, and Bell bringing all kinds of problems for the Brookline defense early in this one. As this one is sent off the boards hard, but it's taken by Davis, but she couldn't cleanly clear it as it now goes to the back. And the goal is credited to number 2, Aiden Bell, as Palmer's attempt to skate through the neutral zone is broken up, but she manages to get a pass as it's sent to the back. Shin was chasing after it, but now it's sent along the boards. Rosetto trying to apply the forecheck there, but Natick manages to break their way through to the neutral zone. It's taken by Grayson Davis. Davis's pass just misses Chin, and instead it's taken by Green. Green forces it through, but it's recovered by Palmer. Palmer trying to weave her way through. Passes down the left side, looking for Koo. And it goes all the way to the back end. And it's chased down by Gates, who passes to Green. Now a long pass goes all the way into the neutral zone to Lackey. Lackey sends it off the boards, and it's taken by Green. Green, a long shot, goes all the way down to the opposite end, and that's going to be icing. 4 minutes and 3 seconds left here in the first period. The score, the Natick Redhawks 2, the Brookline Warriors 0. The 2 goals so far coming from number 4, Colleen Quirk, and number 2, Aiden Bell. Natick end face-off between Driscoll and Quirk is won by Quirk. Now lifted off the boards and is going to go all the way down to the Brookline end. And another icing call right away. As we send it right back into the Natick end. Face-off is won again by Natick. Trying to send it up the line. Brookline trying to break it up. And finally, I think that was Diane Lee who got her stick in there to try and keep forcing it. But Natick does manage to get it out. Chased down by Pace. Izzy Pace through the neutral zone. Gains the blue line. Hits a wall. Driscoll trying to fight for it. Scrum for the puck. Ultimately, it's Natick that comes away with it. Skating across the blue line is Emma Tavila. Tavila with a nice move, but runs out of room, and her pass is taken by Lackey. Long pass from Lackey is broken up and recovered by Tavila. Tavila is still on the attack. A long shot is deflected wide by the Brookline defense. I think that's Diane Lee who had the deflection there. Tavila takes it from the corner, tries a pass. Too many white shirts in there, and now Brookline is clearing it into the neutral zone. A pass is off the mark from its target. And now it's pinned against the boards. Olivia Boyd was trying to fight 3 Redhawks for position there. And now we've got an offsides call on Brookline as B. Palmer tried to come in to help. .254 now left in the period. 2-0 Natick. We got a neutral zone face-off. Goes into the Natick end temporarily, but now back into the neutral zone. Palmer was trying to fight for it, but instead it goes in Natick's direction. Now it's taken back, and Palmer gains the blue line, trying to keep control of the puck. Broken up by Green. Tries a pass, deflected, goes back to Palmer. Palmer's now pinned to the corner, but escapes. Palmer with the patience, tries to send a pass through, but nobody there. Now recovered by Janowski. A pass off the mark from Chin, and back out into the neutral zone. Chased down by Rosetto. Pass across to Davis. Davis skating with it. Tries to send a pass, but it's deflected, and instead it's taken by Green. Green off the boards. Rosetto tried to get a stick on it, but it's still pushed into the Brookline end. Davis chases it down. Comes around the back. Poked away from Davis, but the loose puck is pushed ahead by Rosetto. Now Chin trying to bring it across the blue line, but Tavila steals it away. Tavila has it poked away from her. Brookline trying to work on the counterattack, but didn't quite have the opening they wanted. Now Rosetto with it in the neutral zone, sends it into the Natick end. It's taken by Green. Green with it, passes it over to Bell on the left side. Bell trying to clear it. A couple of Brookline players trying to force the issue there, but it is pushed ahead. Finds its target, that's Tavila. Tavila, a shot, saved by Carew Lyons. It'll be a Brookline end face-off between Green and Driscoll. Goes back to the Brookline end. Tavila fighting for it in the corner. Pinned to the boards, and it's taken away by Brookline. Sent into the neutral zone, and it goes through. Brookline with a chance. This is Boyd, a shot saved by Beigel. Tavila recovers it, lifts it into the neutral zone. Poked at and recovered for a second by Pace, but then stolen away by Quirk. Quirk coming through. A shot is deflected wide by Lee. Now Quirk recovers, trying to fight her way through, but it's deflected and taken by Lee. Lee passes ahead, finds Boyd. Over to Driscoll, but off the mark. And now taken by number 18 for Natick. As she sends it off the back, it's taken, I think, by Lee. Now another attempted chance at the net for Natick. It got dangerous there for a second, but ultimately poked away by Driscoll. Natick trying to try for it again. Again, Brookline trying to clear it. Out of the boards it comes, and it goes all the way back into the neutral zone. Green sends a pass that missed the mark and goes right back to Green. Green coming around the back. A pass again misses her teammate and goes off the boards. And this one's going to be chased down, and that's going to end the first period. We are through one here at Walter Brown Arena in Boston, Massachusetts. The score through one, the Natick High Redhawks 2, the Brookline High Warriors 0. This broadcast is brought to you in part by Music Go Round, New England's largest retailer of used musical equipment. Located on Route 9 in Natick, Music Go Round prides itself on the quality of its used products and the fair prices it offers to its customers, whether they're buying, selling, or trading in their used gear. Reuse, recycle, and rock. Visit Music Go Round, located on Route 9 in Natick, or go online at mgrboston.com to find out more. Once again, that's mgrboston.com. Stop by, have some fun, and be sure to thank them for sponsoring this broadcast. And now for a word from our other sponsor for today, Harvest Wealth Management. We have a message for all you parents out there listening to the game who are thinking about how you're going to pay for college for your young student athletes. It is never too early to start planning for college, especially if you think you will need financial aid. The average cost of a private 4-year college in the U.S. today is over $50,000 a year. And if your student is interested in one of the many top-tier colleges here in the Boston area, Boston University, for example, that average could exceed $70,000 a year. But don't despair. There are many financial aid and other college funding strategies available to you to reduce your out-of-pocket college costs by tens of thousands of dollars per child per year. But you need to start early, be proactive, and learn the financial aid rules to take advantage of these strategies. Harvest Wealth Management of Needham, Massachusetts can help you realize your student's college dream. Harvest Wealth Management is a full-service financial planning firm. They specialize in helping families with college-bound children maximize their financial aid and utilize other tax-driven strategies to reduce college costs. For many families in the middle class today, it is impossible to save enough for their children's college education. Harvest Wealth Management believes it is not about saving more for college, but paying less. They can design a customized college funding strategy for your child and lead you through the financial aid process, which can be confusing and where mistakes can be costly. So don't stress. Call Oliver Shawley at Harvest Wealth Management, 781-902-0981, and ask for a complimentary meeting. Or visit them online at harvestwm.com to learn more. Again, that is Harvest Wealth Management, LLC at 75 2nd Avenue, Suite 420, Needham, Massachusetts, 02494, or call 781-902-0981, or visit harvestwm.com. Advisory services offered through Commonwealth Financial Network, a registered investment advisor. And remember, if you or anyone you know might be interested in sponsoring my broadcasts, getting your local business's name out there to our viewing audience, feel free to reach out to me. My email address is in the description below, jgms88@gmail.com, as is information about our sponsors for today, Music Go Round and Harvest Wealth Management, as is information about my own personal website, jessesports.com, where you can find out more about me and the services that I provide and how you can book me for those services. And of course, as always, if you're enjoying the broadcast, be sure to hit that like button. Be sure to subscribe to the channel so you can stay up to date on all my upcoming live streams. And feel free to engage in the live chat. We've had some helpful comments already to help clarify some things for dumb old me. But also feel free to just, give a shout out to your favorite team, your favorite players, or just say hi to the other folks watching here on YouTube. looks like we got one of our first shout-outs here from the live chat from Jessica Montejo. Go McKenna and Natick girls. Love Auntie Jess. And I assume the McKenna in that reference is McKenna Doucette, number 7 for Natick, a junior. And so far, the Natick girls are doing very well. A 2-0 lead over the hosting Brookline Warriors through one period, with the 2 goals coming from Colleen Quirk and Aiden Bell. That first line for the Redhawks of Quirk, Bell, and number 10, Emma Tavila, has really been very effective at applying pressure against the Brookline defense. And if I'm Brookline coach Nick Sama, the one thing I would stress going into the second period for the Brookline Warriors is an adjustment. They got to find ways to win more of those 50-50 pucks, because you're seeing a lot of times the puck ends up taking a whole bunch of weird deflections. Multiple players end up scrumming for it. But a lot of times, Natick has been able to, get the last touch in and send it in the direction they want, keep it more towards the Brookline end, and it's allowed them to get some more quality chances, and they've been taking advantage of those quality chances. So once again, we see the Natick coaches coming out, getting ready to cross over to the other side, and right behind them are actually the Brookline players. So here come the Brookline Warriors for their skate around on my left side, though they're probably going to be skating from right to left here in the second period. And in the meanwhile, here come the Natick Redhawks. As you can see from the scoreboard at the top of your screen, the score is Natick 2, Brookline 0. Both goals coming from Natick's top line, with one coming from Colleen Quirk, the senior co-captain, and one coming from the freshman, Aiden Bell. So Natick getting their goals scored from both ends of the age spectrum, as it were. Brookline still looking for that first goal as they try and get past Natick's freshman netminder Ellie Beigel. And we can see Brookline's own netminder, number 35, the junior Rosie Carew Lyons. Heading over to the right side as we switch directions for the two teams. Brookline will now be going from my right to my left, while Natick will be going from left to right. For Brookline, they send out the line of B. Palmer, Swayjin Koo, and Shayna Chin as their starting forwards, while Natick sends out the line of Colleen Quirk, Emma Tavila, and number 13, Caroline Gates, as Natick wins the opening faceoff. Doucette tries to send it up the line, but it's taken by Palmer. Palmer trying to skate through, gets into the attack zone, running out of room, still weaving through and finding space, but finally loses control in the corner, and it's poked away into open ice. Diane Lee tries to send it towards the net, but it's deflected and taken by Natick. Gates trying to force it up the side. Palmer sending it away. Now Tavila coming through with it, trying to make a chance happen, and it's covered up by Carew Lyons. Brookline now making a full switch as they send out Julia Janowski, Izzy Pace, and one more I couldn't quite see. The Brookline zone faceoff is being scrummed for as Janowski and Quirk both went to the ice on that one. Janowski trying to clear it, but it deflects right to Quirk. Poked away now from Quirk. Again, Janowski fails to clear, and it's recovered by Tavila. Tavila fighting around the back, looking for an opening, sends a pass through, finds a target. Quirk shot saved by Carew Lyons. A juicy rebound, but it skips right past Gates. Now Hadley Green trying to take it. It's deflected into the air by Janowski. Scrumming for it, and again it's Natick coming out with it. A long shot by Tavila goes wide. After bouncing, it's taken by Doucette and past. It skips past Tavila. Now Green keeps it in play. Tavila pinned to the boards as it's poked out and taken by Grayson Davis. Davis trying to clear it out but can't do it as Quirk fights to get the puck back. Now a bit of a scrum along the boards. And Quirk comes out with it around the back. Tries for a big pass, but it deflects off the pad of Carew Lyons. Another failed clear attempt. Tavila takes it in the corner. Tries to look for a juicy pass, but just broken up by Jenna Rosetto. Now Green tries to send it in, saved by Carew Lyons. Rosetto takes it around the back. And it's hit back by Gates. Now Brookline trying to clear it again. Rosetto sends it off the boards. It gets up to Pace. Pace trying to get through Doucette, but can't do it. But now off a favorable deflection, Brookline is finally able to clear it off the stick of Zoe Henrik. Now coming around the back for Natick and lifting it all the way into the stands. It comes off the stick of Colleen Quirk. This will be a Natick end face-off. 12:46 on the clock here in the second period. Natick leads 2-0. Face-off will be between Caroline Driscoll and Aiden Bell, as it was won by Bell. Attempted clear goes back to Diane Lee. Now Driscoll keeps it in play, sends it into the corner to Olivia Boyd. Boyd sends it back to Lee. Lee loses control of it, tries to pass towards the middle, deflected, kept in play by Lackey. Now another deflection. Boyd trying to push it in, but too many red shirts in there, and the clear gets just past Lackey. No icing due to a deflection, I assume, as Lee takes it. Skating around the back, lost control for a second, but manages to get a pass away. It's broken up and stolen by Green. Green tries a long pass, misses the mark there, and that's going to be an icing call. We'll have another Brookline end face-off. As again, the Quirk-Tavila-Gates line comes out to face the Palmer-Coup-Chin line for Brookline. Face-off goes to the boards, and Chin comes out with it, passes back to Davis. Davis trying to send it down the line, gets past Palmer and around the back. It's chased down in the corner for a second by Coup, but she kind of whiffed on it. Now it gets it to Chin, poked away from Chin, recovered by Rosetto. Rosetto now passes ahead to, I believe, Chin, as now they're working it around the corner. It's recovered by Palmer, but stolen away by Quirk, and now Quirk is off to the races. Colleen Quirk on a breakaway, but lost control of the puck, and it's turned away by Carew Lyons. Quirk trying to now send it along the back, but it's taken by Davis. Davis now sends it along the boards, controlled by Chin. Chin, a pass to the middle, intercepted by Gates. Attempted shot is broken up by Palmer, and now Rosetto passes ahead to Palmer. Palmer gets checked, and then it's taken away by Quirk. Now taken away by Palmer. Pass over to Chin. Back to Palmer. Palmer trying to skate through the neutral zone, trying to keep control of it as she tries to fight through Green. Now getting it in the corner is Green, trying to get it out. And ultimately, Green comes away with it. Long pass now to Tavila. Tavila gains the blue line. Nice move through her defender, but she couldn't keep control of the puck, and she has to recover it in the corner. A pass to open ice is taken by Julia Janowski. Janowski sends a pass off the boards, sent back into the Brookline end, and Brookline couldn't cleanly clear it. Natick has to pull back to prevent an offsides. Now they come with it as Lee just barely gets it into the neutral zone. And now Chin trying to break it up. It goes back to Lackey. Lackey's pass, weird deflection as Chin had it for a second, but it's taken away from her. Now this is Maggie Connors gaining the blue line for Natick, trying to fight through Lee. Connors, a dangerous pass, shot saved by Carew Lyons, just barely kept past the red line. Good save by Lackey after the save by Carew Lyons. Another save by Carew Lyons. Now Brookline trying to come out the back. Oh, dangerous turnover, but it's forced back to the corner. And now Brookline trying to break it on ahead, but it's taken by Doucette. And after an attempted hit by Doucette, it's taken by Green. Saved by Carew Lyons from the shot from the neutral zone. Now the loose puck taken by Quirk. Quirk trying to weave her way around. Dangerous pass to the slot. Tavila's shot, oh, sails high. Might have been deflected by Carew Lyons. Now a scrum, and it's won by Henrik. Henrik sends a pass ahead, but couldn't be cleanly controlled. Now this is McKenna Doucette. Doucette weaving her way through, takes a shot, save Carew Lyons. Doucette chasing after the rebound, but it's ultimately taken by a different Natick player. Looks like that's Tavila. Tavila skating with it through the corner. Coming around the back. A dangerous pass. Quirk's shot just turned away by Carew Lions, and the putback is also turned away. Pass back to Gates. Gates the shot. Deflection, but it deflects wide. Quirk chases down the rebound. Passes along the back. Pass into the slot. Tavila shot saved. Carew Lions again. Chased down by Bell in the corner. And finally it's taken by Caroline Driscoll. Off the boards. Aimed at pace. Broken up by Gates, but they do manage to clear it out into the neutral zone. This pass sequence has been almost like a power play for Natick. Rosie Carew Lions doing everything she can to keep this a 2-goal game, as Maggie Connors now chases down this puck in the corner with Natick making a switch. Connors back with it. Attempted pass is broken up. Connors recovers it, sends it back to the crease. Dangerous chance. And again, saved by Rosie Carew Lions. The shots on goal counter on the scoreboard showing the disparity that has opened up in this second period. 18-5, the count now in favor of Natick, as we have a Natick end faceoff. Won by Driscoll. It goes back to Rosetto. Rosetto can't clear it as it's stolen away. Deflects into open ice. And now controlled by Olivia Boyd. Boyd trying to get around Green. Runs out of room in the corner. And off the deflection, Natick now working it into the neutral zone. Just one Brookline player, but she gets to it first. That's Gray Davis. Off the boards, taken by Driscoll. Now scrumming for it. Still trying to see if someone can get it cleanly. Driscoll chases it down along the boards. Can't control it cleanly. Boyd comes in and trying to send it through. But it's taken by Gates. Passed across now. A long pass to nobody as there was a switch going on. And it's just going to be covered up by Carew Lions. The shot on goal advantage in the first period was just 7-5 in favor of Natick. Now 18-5 in favor of Natick. 7:21 here in the second period. 2-0 is still the Natick lead. Face-off is sent all the way back into the neutral zone and chased down by Green. Green sends a long pass, goes all the way through to Brookline. I think that was Davis who sent it into the neutral zone. Palmer had it poked away from her. And now it's recovered by Palmer again. Palmer skating through the attack zone, trying to look for an opening, gets sandwiched between a couple of players and finally loses the puck. But Chin fights for it, and ultimately it's recovered by Palmer. Palmer tries to send it along the line for Chin, but it's intercepted by Natick. Kept in play by Rosetto. Sent to the back boards where it's taken by Green. Green sending it along, but intercepted by Koo. Koo has her hit deflected into the air. Palmer tried to take it out of the air, but it was turned away by Beigel. Now attempted clear, recovered by Davis. Davis sends it towards the slot. Dangerous deflection, but it goes wide. Green recovers it along the back. Green skating her way through, long pass, and Davis is going to get there first. But she's going to face some pressure from Quirk. Quirk now skating with it, trying to find an opening. Pass across the middle, but nobody there. Now it's recovered by Palmer. Palmer sending it against the boards, chasing down her own pass. Poked away from her. And now it's Tavila coming in the corner. Coming around the back. Attempted pass, deflected and recovered by Davis. Davis trying to weave her way through in her own end. Sends a long pass, deflects and goes into the neutral zone. Taken by Tavila. A pass over to Green. Green's pass ahead to Connors. Broken up by Palmer. Palmer trying to force it through. Gets it into the Natick end just barely as Natick tries to clear, as Brookline was making a switch. Bit of chaos there. And now an attempted pass over to number 18, Shaylee Rutledge. Rutledge brings it across the blue line but gets pinned against the boards. And now Brookline trying to force it through. I think this is Izzy Pace, but Green gets there first. Green sends a long pass. It gets ahead to Tavila. Tavila couldn't control it cleanly, but she does recover it and gain the blue line. A long shot is turned away by Carew Lions. Tavila chases down the rebound in the corner. Gets it back to Doucette as Natick makes a switch. Oh, dangerous deflection, and instead it's covered up by Carew Lyons. Shaylee Rutledge was hanging around the slot there, trying to poke one in, but didn't have the position necessary. It'll be a face-off between Gates and Driscoll here in the Brookline end. 4:53 left in the second. Face-off is won by Natick. Long shot goes wide. Chased down by Boyd and sent back to Diane Lee, who sends it off the boards. Henrik trying to recover it. Instead, it's scrummed for and taken by Lackey. Lackey sends it around the back to Lee. Lee skating back with it. Pass ahead for Henrik. Couldn't be cleanly controlled, and now it's a scrum along the boards for it. Taken by Natick, kept in the attack zone. Pass skipped past its target. That was Aiden Bell, as now Lee trying to fight for it. Ultimately taken by Driscoll. Driscoll skating through a long pass, misses Henrik. Off the boards it goes, taken by Gates. Gates pass, broken up by Driscoll. Sends it back to Gates, now passed over to Doucette. Doucette sends it ahead to Tavila. Tavila coming through, attempted pass, broken up. And now after the scrum, it's taken by Lackey in the corner. Lackey tries to clear it, nothing doing. But now Henrik recovers it. Now Driscoll pokes it into the neutral zone. Chased down by Gates and passed over to Doucette. Doucette sends it up the line. This is Quirk skating with it, trying to fight off her defender, and instead gets the puck into the corner, as now it's taken away by Brookline. Henrik, harassed from behind, couldn't get it out. Driscoll manages to clear it out, though. And it's recovered by Maggie Connors. A couple of long hits, goes ahead to number 11, as instead it's broken up by Diane Lee. Lee now coming around the back. Couldn't cleanly get it out. Palmer trying to lift it, but again, it was kept in the zone until it was forced back into the neutral zone. Another attempted chance stolen by Palmer. Palmer trying to skate through herself, trying to weave her way through, but she's just barely cut off, and it's covered up by Beigel. Palmer was trying to show off the stick skills and weave her way through several defenders, and credit to her, she almost made it. And it looks like she's drawn a penalty. The penalty is going to be against Natick's number 19, Hadley Green. So Brookline is going to get the first power play of the day, 2 minutes on Green with 2:53 left in the second period. The Natick end face-off will be between Palmer and Quirk. And it's won by Palmer, goes back to Rosetto. Rosetto pass to an open Davis. The one-timer is whiffed. Davis recovers, tries a pass, misses her target. I think it was aimed at Chin. Now the attempted clear is kept in play by Rosetto. Sends it towards the cage. It's cleared out and into the neutral zone, taken by Davis. Davis has it poked away by Quirk. Quirk going for the shorthander. The shot misses high. Rebound is chased down by Quirk. Now into the corner, it's taken by Davis. Attempted clear is broken up by Quirk. Quirk loses control of it. It goes back to Gates. Gates lifts it into the Brookline end as Natick makes a bit of a switch. Rosetto, a long pass ahead. And now it needs to be sent over to the boards for Palmer. Palmer trying to work it ahead. Still fighting for it in the neutral zone, and it's controlled now by Quirk. Quirk gains the blue line. Brookline now working to clear it out. And now it's Tavila controlling it halfway through the power play. Brookline had one early chance, and since then they've been living in their own end as Davis chases it down along the back end. Trying to cleanly clear it. Can't do it, has to send it along the back to Rosetto. Rosetto, a long pass into the neutral zone to Caroline Driscoll. Driscoll couldn't fight off her defenders, and it's cleared back by Rosetto, who lifts it into the Natick end, and I think they just called offsides or icing. .27 seconds left on the penalty on Hadley Green. And we're going to have a neutral zone face-off. So it must have been offsides. Face-off is scrummed for. Brookline trying to force it ahead, but can't do it. Now just trying to keep it from going into their end as it's taken by Doucette for a second. Broken up by Boyd. Off the boards it goes. Down to the back end. 10 seconds left in the power play for Brookline. As off the scrum, it's now controlled by Driscoll. Driscoll gains the blue line, looking for an opening. A long pass aimed for Janowski, but intercepted by Natick. The clear attempt goes back to Lee. Lee tries to send it in, but can't get it cleanly, and it's easily cleared out by Natick. And that's going to be an icing call as the penalty has ended. Through that power play, I don't think Brookline got a single shot on net. In fact, the best scoring chance came from Natick. 41.7 seconds left here in the second. Natick still leads 2-0. Natick end face-off between Palmer and Quirk. Face-off goes to the boards. Attempted pass back to Davis is poked away by Quirk, and now Quirk is off to the races again. Colleen Quirk trying for it. Shot saved by Carew Lyons. Now Brookline trying to clear it out. And Natick just has to recover it. That's Green skating all the way back to her own end before passing it along to her defensive mate. Now a long pass misses the mark, and that's going to be an icing call. Just 13.4 seconds left here in the second period. Valiant efforts by Rosie Carew Lyons here in the second period to keep it a 2-0 game. She has faced 13 shots on goal according to the scoreboard here in the second period, and she's turned away them all. 13.4 seconds left. Driscoll sends a pass back. Now a pass back in is recovered by Gates and sent into the neutral zone. Sent back into the Natick end. Attempted clear is going to run out the clock here in the second period. So that's going to end it through 2. The score remains the Natick Redhawks 2, the Brookline Warriors 0. And now for a word from our sponsor, Music Go Round. Music Go Round is the largest retailer of used musical equipment in New England and is the perfect place to go for both buying and selling used gear. Music Go Round prides itself on the quality of its used products, which are all tested and retested to ensure they're in great working condition and sold at a great price. And when you bring in your own equipment to sell or to trade, the store's certified buyers will offer you a fair price. They will explain the basis of the offer and even tell you how much they hope to resell it for, operating on a model of complete transparency. Reuse, recycle, and rock. Visit Music Go Round, located at 810 Worcester Street on Route 9 in Natick, or call the store for more information at 508-647-6874. Once again, that's 810 Worcester Street on Route 9 in Natick, or call 508-647-6874, and be sure to thank the folks at Music Go Round for sponsoring this broadcast. And now for a shout out to a local charity in the area, the Brookline Food Pantry. The Brookline Food Pantry provides groceries to Brookline residents in need of food assistance. The pantry saw a huge increase in demand for food assistance at the start of the COVID-19 pandemic, and that number, unfortunately, has not gone back down. Since March of 2020, the food pantry has served and continues to serve an average of 650 to 700 households each week, more than 4 times the rate of families served pre-COVID. The Brookline Food Pantry is fighting the good fight to end hunger in our community, and they are always looking for more people willing to lend a hand, whether through monetary donations, direct food donations, or volunteers in the pantry. Food donations can be made at United Parish on 210 Harvard Street in Brookline, on Wednesdays from 10:30 a.m. to 12:30 p.m., and on Fridays from 9:30 a.m. to noon. Visit brooklinefoodpantry.org or call 617-800-5339 for more information about how you can help the pantry to feed your community. Once again, that's brooklinefoodpantry.org or call 617-800-5339. Always good to shout out a local charity doing good work for the community. If you know of any local charities that you think deserve a shout out, I'm thinking about doing a bit of a rotation here of the charities that I shout out free for my PSA each game. So if you know of any that you would like to suggest, again, feel free to reach out to me. My email address is in the description of this video, as is information on both the local charity and our paid sponsors for today. Plenty of good information down there. Be sure to check that out. But if you do know of any local charities, either that you think should be added to the free rotation or that you think a local business might want to sponsor a PSA for, that's something I'm offering as well. So be sure to think about that. But in the meantime, here in the second intermission, the score, the Natick High Redhawks 2, the Brookline High Warriors 0. Both goals coming in the first period for the Redhawks. The first one off the stick of the senior co-captain Colleen Quirk. The second one from the freshman Aiden Bell. And despite a 13-1 shots on goal differential in the second period, no score was added to that scoreboard as it remains a 2-goal game. Hats off to the efforts of Brookline netminder Rosie Carew Lyons in that second period for turning away all 13 shots she faced. Looking in the live chat, we've got another couple of shout-outs so far from Julia Rutledge, go Natick, and from Tracy Carlson, so cool to see my great niece all the way from Colorado. Go McKenna, go Natick. And, you know, that is one of the things I love about doing these broadcasts is that you do get people who are able to tune in, from anywhere in the country or anywhere in the world. You know, I've had people tune in from other countries, other continents. The internet really is a wonderful thing, and I'm happy to be able to provide these online streams for any viewers that want to support their favorite teams, their favorite players. And remember, if you are interested in my services, there are links in the description of this video, both to my personal website, jessesports.com, and to my email address if you'd like to contact me directly about covering games for your favorite team going forward. And in the meantime, I'll take a quick break, but I'll be back for the third period. Stay tuned. right, here come the Natick coaches, and behind them, right on cue, there are the Brookline players as we get ready for the third period of this high school girls hockey contest here at Walter Brown Arena. Remember, if you're enjoying this broadcast, be sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel to stay up to date on all the upcoming live streams I have coming up, and feel free to engage in the live chat. Give some shout outs to your favorite team or players. Shout out across the way to any other parents, Brookline or Natick parents that you know to be watching this one, or just to correct me if I'm getting anything wrong. As we get ready for the third period, the score, the Natick Redhawks 2, the Brookline Warriors 0. The 14th ranked Redhawks hoping to get a strong win here and help push their case in the Boston Globe rankings for next week. Brookline trying to keep their winning streak alive. They came in with 4 straight wins at the start of the day. So far, the only goals scored both came in the first period from Natick. The first one from Colleen Quirk and the second from Aiden Bell. And through much of the second period, it was very one-sided in terms of the shot count. 13-1, the shots on goal advantage for the visiting Redhawks, but no additional goals scored, as it was an impressive outing in that second period in the net from Brookline's Rosie Carew Lions. So after a bit of a pause, I'm not sure why, now the players come out onto the ice. We've got a fresh 15 minutes on the clock for the third and final period of regulation. Both teams returning to their original sides. Brookline will be playing from my left, while Natick will be playing from my right. As we see the Brookline Warriors coming out in their white jerseys with the blue jersey numbers, and the Redhawks coming out with their red jerseys and white jersey numbers. You can see the Natick netminder, number 23, Ellie Beigel, pitching a shutout so far with 6 saves on the day. She's turned away all 6 of the shots on goal that Brookline has launched her way, while Brookline's netminder, number 35, Rosie Carew Lions, has turned away 18 of the 20 shots on net that she's seen so far. A question from Dizzy Duck 34: are you going to live stream Brookline Natick boys freshmen? The answer to that is no. I have not been booked for that game. You know, I tend to just work for whichever teams you know, pay the fee and book me for their respective games. So unfortunately, I will not be having coverage of that one. I have been booked for the Brookline boys varsity hockey game on Saturday, which will be the second game of the Junior Beanpot tournament out in Foxborough. So I will have some boys hockey action later this week on my channel. But for now, we've got a girls hockey game to finish up. Brookline sending out their line of Palmer, Chen, and what looks like Janowski, with a defensive pairing of Diane Lee and Riley Lackey. while Natick sends out Quirk, Tavila, and Gates. Face-off is won by Natick. It goes back to Doucette, over to Green, and now ahead to Quirk. Quirk over to Gates, but couldn't cleanly get it across the blue line. And now the loose puck is hit, still being scrummed, and ultimately recovered by Lee. Long pass off the mark. It was taken by Green for a second. Now being scrummed for, and it goes back into the Natick end. Sent off the boards and into open ice, and it goes back to, I believe, Lee, who attempted a pass ahead, but it's broken up. Now taken by Tavila, but too many white jerseys in there, and it's cleared out by Lackey. Gates tries to send it back in, broken up by Lee. Now recovered by Doucette, passed ahead to Tavila. Tavila coming around, weaves her way through a couple of defenders, trying to come on the attack. She ends up being forced to come around, tries a pass, gets it back to Bell. Bell, the shot is turned away by Carew Lyons. Attempted clear goes back to Doucette. Doucette lifts one, and it's caught out of the air by Carew Lyons. Natick wasting no time in getting back on the attack, as they now send out the line of Maggie Connors, Elizabeth Curley, and Karina Kilile. Faceoff is won by Connors, but the puck is being scrummed for, and Brookline gets it into the neutral zone, and they're still fighting for it. This is Olivia Boyd coming through the attack zone and launches a shot, caught glove side by Ellie Beigel. Nice move on the attack by Olivia Boyd, but couldn't quite get it past Beigel, as now we got a face-off won by Natick, sent to the back corner. Now sent along the back. This is Doucette trying to clear it out. It's scrummed for, still being scrummed along the boards. Driscoll sends it around, and it's taken by Green. Now Green trying to fight for it, sends it around the boards. Weird deflection, goes to Driscoll. Driscoll tries a pass. Nobody there except Kilile. Kilile tries to clear it, but it's deflected back to Green. Green now coming around the back, tries a pass, deflected by Driscoll, but chased down by Kilile. Kilile tries to clear it, and it skips past, I think, Janowski, and now it's taken by Connors. Connors gets around Davis. Connors coming in and broken up at the last minute by Rosetto. Didn't have the passing lane she wanted. Now Brookline working on the counterattack as Palmer deflects that one, but it's going to go right to Beigel, and she covers that one up easily. Brookline showing some potential in the transition game early here in the third, but they've got to capitalize on one of those transitions if they're going to make this game a little more interesting. Goes back to Lee. Shot is deflected. Lee tries to push it ahead anyway, but it's controlled by Quirk. Quirk weaves her way through. This is a 3-on-1 for Natick. Diane Lee, the last hope. Long pass misses Bell as it was broken up. Now the clear goes back to Green. Green, the long shot, saved by Carew Lyons. Bell couldn't quite poke in the rebound. Now Tavila tries a pass, but it's broken up. And I think we've got a penalty called against Brookline. This was going to be against B. Palmer. So Natick almost with goal number 3 on that try, but they do manage to draw a penalty. The Red Hawks will be on the power play for the next 2 minutes. Brookline end faceoff is won by Quirk, goes back to Green. Green skating with it. Passes off the boards. Now back to Green. Now back to Quirk. Quirk passes it down to Tavila. Back to Quirk, and Quirk buries it. Colleen Quirk with her second goal of the day. And that makes it 3-0 in favor of Natick. The Red Hawks waste no time when given the advantage on the power play. Just 17 seconds into the advantage, and they bury the goal. 3-0 now, the Red Hawks lead. Face-off is scrummed for, goes into open ice, and it's controlled by Gates. Gates tries to send it ahead. It's deflected and sent from Boyd back to Davis, pass back ahead, is deflected, just misses Driscoll, and instead it's chased down and sent ahead by Elizabeth Curley. All the way to the back it goes, taken by Davis. Davis sends it ahead to Boyd, now back to Davis. Davis lifts it along the boards. Now sent back to the back. As it's announced, the goal was scored by Colleen Quirk, assisted by Emma Tavilla. Brookline tries to send it ahead on the attack. I think that's Doucette who recovered it and pushed it ahead. Now back into the neutral zone. Off the deflection, it's taken by Brookline, sent into the corner as Brookline makes a change. And Janowski's going to chase it down. Tries a pass for pace, but it's broken up. Attempted clear. It's taken by Lee, but couldn't cleanly get control of it. Brookline trying to fight for it. Nobody can get their stick on it cleanly. Ultimately taken by Mayfield-Sheehan. And now this is Tavilla. Emma Tavilla coming around, trying to break her way through. Broken up by Carew Lyons. Another breakaway chance broken up by Rosie Carew Lyons is now another chance. Shot saved by Carew Lyons. Quirk gets her own rebound, comes around the back, still fighting with it. Passes it back. Shot. Misses wide. Now recovered out the back by Sheehan. Now Quirk taking it in the corner. Coming around the back, Colleen Quirk's pass is deflected, taken by Janowski. Nice pass over to one of her teammates, but it's broken up. And Quirk sends it ahead to Tavilla. Tavilla trying to weave her way around. Finds Quirk. Quirk's got a lane. Shot saved by Carew Lyons. You know, if there's one player on Brookline's side you got to tip your cap to, it is Rosie Carew Lyons. 24 saves, according to the scoreboard so far today. Face-off one by Quirk. Long one back. Saved by Carew Lyons. Now Green tries a shot. Weird deflection. And it goes back to Doucette in the neutral zone. Attempted insert is instead taken by Driscoll. Pass to Boyd. Trying to fight their way through into the attack zone, but nothing doing. Now Rosetto just lifts it into the corner. And it deflects down to Green. Green to start working on the clear attempt. Might have gotten tripped, but no call as Driscoll tries to work on the attack. Dangerous bounce, but just barely cleared out. Might have been Doucette who got her stick on it last. Davis lifts it back into the Natick end, and it's taken by Doucette. Doucette into the neutral zone, and now it's taken by Davis. Davis pass ahead is ultimately taken by Tavilla. Tavilla coming in the corner, broken up by Rosetto. Bell recovers. A pass goes off the back of the net and is now being scrummed for, taken by Driscoll. Driscoll sends it off the boards, now controlled by Pace. Izzy Pace can't get past Green, and so Green turns around and sends it into the neutral zone as Brookline makes a switch. Bell's attempted pass deflects off a skate and goes back into the Natick end, but it's recovered by Doucette. Passed back over to Bell. Bell pass to the middle, deflects off a skate, and is recovered by Chin. Shayna Chin lifts it into the neutral zone, but taken back by Natick. Pass ahead misses Connors, taken by Lackey. Lackey's pass, a number of deflections, and it's taken by Quirk. Quirk with 2 goals already today, sends a pass across. It's taken by Connors in the corner. Connors sends a long pass back to Green. Her shot well wide. Off the ricochet. Oh, a hard check into the boards, and that's going to be a penalty. That was Diane Lee from behind against Elizabeth Curley. And that's actually going to be a 5-minute penalty for Diane Lee off that hard hit. Just a little bit too dangerous, sort of in that no man's land near the boards where it can become very potentially injury-inducing. So a 5-minute power play now for the Redhawks as they lead 3-0. Long shot is deflected. It took just 17 seconds for the Redhawks to score on their last power play. As Tavilla sends a pass, it deflects off a skate, but stolen back as we've got another whistle. I think we've got a penalty now on Natick as Grayson Davis was trying to clear that one out, and now we've got a penalty called on Colleen Quirk. So we're going to have a 4-on-4 here in the third period. This will be 2 minutes on Quirk. 4:42 still on the clock for Diane Lee. And we'll now have a Natick end face-off. This will be B. Palmer against Caroline Gates. Ultimately won by Gates, and it goes back to Green. Green skating along the back, surveying her options. Now lifts a pass through. Now a big chance for Gates. Hands it off. Attempted shot by Tavilla is broken up by Brookline. And now Brookline skating on the counter. Davis tries to send a pass ahead. Goes all the way to the back. Palmer now coming around the back, looking for her options. Palmer still skating with it. Still skating with it. Tries to lift it, but it deflects off a body. I think it was Doucette who deflected that one. And now Green trying to start the clear, but Rosetto gets there first. Passes, nobody there, as Brookline's trying to make a switch. As now Doucette coming with it. McKenna Doucette with an opening, and that's a goal! McKenna Doucette with the 4-on-4 score. Skating end to end on that one. McKenna Doucette, the defenseman, capitalizes on the 4-on-4 chance and makes it 4-0. Now this faceoff is won by Natick. Green has it stolen away. She got the feed lost from under her. Oh, a shot was saved by Beigel. Big chance there for Olivia Boyd, but she couldn't finish. Now Green skating with it. Sends a pass to Gates. Gates gains the blue line. Has it poked away from her and chased down by Doucette. Doucette has it poked away but recovers. Attempts to clear, nothing doing. Boyd now trying to come through for another chance. Olivia Boyd shot turned away by Beigel. Now the clear goes back. Shot attempted by Pace, but nothing doing. And now Pace goes down, and this is a big breakaway chance. And another goal for Natick. That's Emma Tavilla. The floodgates breaking open here in the third period as Emma Tavilla makes it 5-0 for the visitors. .6:17 left in the third period. Face-off is won again by Natick. Now across the blue line was Tavilla, but it was broken up by the Brookline defense. Now Brookline skating on the counter. Pass ahead to Janowski. Janowski shot, and that one's in! Julia Janowski gets Brookline on the board. Julia Janowski gets Brookline's first goal today, assisted by Grayson Davis. The 4-on-4 ends with that goal. There were 8 seconds left on the penalty for Colleen Quirk. And it looks like they're going to keep the 8 seconds on there despite the goal. It is a weird situation with the 5-minute major penalty. But either way, that makes it 5-1 as we got another whistle blown. I'm not sure what just happened. It might have been an offsides. 3 seconds left on the penalty for Quirk. 2:44 left for Lee. As that one gets lifted out and Quirk is back in play. So the 4-on-4 ends. This will now be about a 2.5-minute power play for Natick. They've already scored twice on the 4-on-4. And now they have the advantage. as it goes back to. And now Natick trying to work on it as it is officially announced. The goal for Brookline by Janowski, assisted by Davis, and a glove save by Rozzy Carew Lyons. It is one of those games where it's kind of a shame that the goalie has to go down as 5 goals allowed, because 26 saves is nothing to sneeze at the high school level. 5:17 left here in this one. 5-1 the Natick lead. Face-off won by Natick, controlled by Tavilla. Tavilla skating towards the corner. Passes back to Gates. Now over to Quirk. Quirk skating around. She's got 2 goals already. Pass misses Gates. And controlled by Tavilla off the boards and pass over to Gates. Now back to Quirk. Quirk back to Gates. Gates sends one out to Green. Green back to Gates. Gates surveying her options here on the power plays. It goes back to Quirk and now back to Gates. Gates through, misses Quirk but finds Green, and a save by Carew Lyons. A minute 29 left on the penalty for Lee, with 4:38 left here in this one. Face-off is won by Natick. Goes back to Green. Green pass over to Quirk. Quirk to the back to Tavilla. Back to Quirk. The shot just turned away. Rebound by Tavilla. A pass intercepted by Palmer. Palmer trying to skate her way through. Gets into the neutral zone. Still going with it. Palmer still going. Finally poked away at the back end. She recovers it, spins around, still controlling it. Pass through, shot saved by Beigel. The shot by Shayna Chin. As now Natick trying to work on the counter. Into the neutral zone it goes, and it's taken by Palmer again. Palmer attempted pass, broken up, but Palmer recovers and now brings it into the attack zone. Whiffs on a big swing, but still trying to scrum for it. And ultimately across the blue line, so Brookline has to retreat as Natick recovers and resets. 30 seconds left on the power play. Green skating through with speed, finally broken up by Boyd. Boyd sends it into the neutral zone, and now trying to race after it, but it's taken by Quirk. Quirk skating through the neutral zone, passes it over to Doucette. Doucette turns around, passes for Quirk, broken up but recovered by Doucette. Doucette sends it towards the crease, and it's covered up by Carew Lyons. So far for Natick, it's 2 goals from Colleen Quirk, 1 from Aiden Bell, 1 from McKenna Doucette, and 1 from Emma Tavilla. For Brookline, the lone goal coming from Julia Janowski. 3:15 left in the game, 6 seconds. All that's left on the penalty on Diane Lee. Face-off won by Brookline. Davis sends it along the back. Doucette chases it down. Sends it along the back. A weird deflection goes right back to Doucette. Doucette sends a pass back to Quirk. Quirk from the point launches a shot and gets the deflection. We'll see who they credit it with. That might be the hat trick for Colleen Quirk, but it also might be a deflection goal for somebody else. Either way, that'll make it 6-1 Natick. As finally the penalty mercifully ends for Brookline. 3 goals scored in the time period of that major penalty. Face-off is sent to the boards, now taken by Lackey. Now being scrummed along the wall. And the goal is indeed credited to Colleen Quirk, according to the PA announcer. So that is a hat trick for Quirk, as now Green takes it out of the open ice, skating through, shot save, Carew Lyons, as Natick is not letting up even with a 6-1 lead. Long shot is caught by Carew Lyons. (36-11) the shots advantage, 6-1 the goals advantage. as the faceoff is ultimately won by Natick. Goes back to Green. Green lost control of it, but it's ultimately recovered by Rutledge, but stolen away. But the pass taken by Gates. Now Rutledge sending it along the line, but taken by Rosetto. Now Chin. Chin's attempted pass broken up, and that was Curley, who is now controlling it. Tries to send to the back, broken up by Palmer. Palmer can't skate her way through. And ultimately the loose puck taken by, I believe, Janowski. A weird deflection off the back boards, and it's covered up by Carew Lions. Minute 54 left here in the third period. Natick 6, Brookline 1. Brookline end faceoff now. Is now being battled along the boards. Now sent all the way to the back and recovered by Brookline. Now a long clear, and this one will not be icing as it will go right to the net to Beigel. Now taken by the Red Hawks as they work on the clear. Pass off the boards goes to Quirk. Now a pass to a wide open Aiden Bell. She gains the blue line, has a bit of a lane, is wrapped up and can't get a clean shot, and it's recovered off the back by Palmer. Palmer gets pinned to the boards by Quirk, and she takes it away. Quirk pass through, finds Bell, shot saved by Carew Lions. Now a scrum in the corner. Goes through to the opposite corner, taken by Quirk. Quirk coming around the back. Pass back to Green. Green winds and fires, and it hits a body immediately. Brookline tried to get it away, but nothing doing. Tavilla now a shot, deflects wide. Now Bell sends it back to Green. Green skating with it. Long shot, skips wide. Now Gates trying to control it, pinned to the boards. Quirk trying to recover it through. 35 seconds left as Brookline gets it finally through into the neutral zone. And in the middle of a switch, it's going to be taken back by Natick. Pass to a wide open Bell. Bell shot saved by Carew Lions. And again, it's being pinned by Carew Lions. Rosie Carew Lions has every justification to just sort of lay down and give up, maybe give half the effort, but credit to her, she's not doing it. She's not letting any extra goals in. 18 seconds left of this 6-1 game. Natick still trying to attack. Brookline still trying to clear. Rosetto lifts it off the boards. Now a big open chance for Brookline, but it's ultimately cut off by Gates. Gates lifts it, and that's going to end this one. The final score here at Walter Brown Arena, the Natick High Redhawks 6, the Brookline High Warriors 1. Natick's record improves to 4-2-1 on the season, while Brookline falls to 5-4-0. Tallying the goals scored, for Natick they were led by 3 goals from Colleen Quirk, with 1 goal each from Aiden Bell, McKenna Doucette, and Emma Tavilla. For Brookline, the 1 goal scored today by Julia Janowski, assisted by Grayson Davis. Once again, thank you all for tuning in and watching this high school girls hockey game. I am Jesse Mayfield-Sheehan. Remember, if you enjoyed the broadcast, be sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel to stay up to date on all my upcoming live streams. If you're watching this after the fact, be sure to drop your comments in the comments section below. And also make sure to check out the description just below this video. You can find out information about our paying sponsors for today, Music Go Round and Harvest Wealth Management. You can find out about the local charity we shouted out, the Brookline Food Pantry. You can find out more information about me. You can see a link to my website, jessesports.com. Also my email address if you want to contact me directly. Also a link to my Instagram account where I typically will post, a highlight or two from the previous day's game. And that should about wrap it up. From Walter Brown Arena in Boston, Massachusetts, the final score, the Natick Redhawks 6, the Brookline Warriors 1. I'm Jesse Mayfield-Sheehan. As someone just asked for Natick's win-loss record, I'll just quickly say that. I believe they just improved to 4-2-1 on the season. 4 wins, 2 losses, 1 tie. And so wrapping things up now from Walter Brown Arena, I am Jesse Mayfield-Sheehan. Thank you all for watching, and have a good night.